Capricorn, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I'm using a Celtic 10 card spread that allows me to look at past, present, and future influences for the week. And as always, I'll go over each card so we could learn about it. And as well as you could start to build your own intuitive relationship with the cards, because that's what this channel is all about, using tarot for our benefit and our betterment, right? And I want you to know your betterment this week is in the power that you withhold in your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and your self-love for all the trials and tribulations that you successively worked through. Okay, you have come a long way, Capricorn, and now a new turn on the wheel literally is happening with that hopes and fears position. The world is there. It's a major arcana card. It's an ending. It ends the major arcana, and it means a new life circle is starting. And I know this has already been happening for you, but there's like a shackle on your ankle that you're still kind of moving in to the future with, and this is the week I need you to get rid of it. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying it is in that first card placement is the Nine of Wands. The first card placement is the general significator of the whole reading, the general gist of it, right? And the Nine of Wands is getting to the completion state of the 10 in the minor arcana of the suit of the Wands, which is a creative energy, right? It's a creative journey, taking an idea to make it a material reality. And we've been through a lot to get to the 9, the ups and downs, the happies and the disappointments and the readjustments and the compromises and all those kind of things that life just throws at us. So good job here, Capricorn. It's a reflection that you did it. In my deck, it's like a boat representation. It's with sails. Your sails might be a little torn and tattered, but all your wands are there. They're all aflame, and you're ready to get into safe harbor now. And I know that's the feeling that you're kind of carrying forth, and you're really hopeful and optimistic and know and recognize the potential that tomorrow holds for you. And even today, it's starting to unfold. But the bummer to this party is this card. The second card placement is the crossing card in the reading. And what it's not allowing the Nine of Wands to kind of successfully get into that safe harbor and move on in a new direction for that life cycle that's kind of happening for the creative, right? And the Four of Cups is the firm foundation in the area of the heart. But in my deck, in the non-exalted state, which would be the crossing representation here, is gossip. People's chitter-chatter behind our backs, secrets, maybe manipulation, decisiveness, like just being all around shady. And I'm going to validate that as happening right now in the 6th card placement, which is happening, the placement for what's going on right now. And I've got the 7 of Swords there. It's a contemplation meditation of new moves in the area of our thoughts. We've been applying a lot of analytical thinking, strategy, intellect, communications, intelligence, all falls under the domain of the swords. But to the ancient tarot, it was all about our identity, how we want to live our life, how we want to work, how we want to love, how we want to just be in the overall society, what our character is, our integrity, our ethics. You know, all those kinds of things come into play in the journey of the swords. And the swords a lot of times means deception, secrets. And for modern day tarot, it's really a lot of people being deceptive towards me, right? Towards us. And I also have the reflection just from years of doing the 7 of Swords is it also gives you a smoke screen to move in a new direction if you have shady people kind of like lingering around and still trying to pluck a nerve, which would be the affirmation of the 4 of Cups being in that crossing card. And I'll also say it's all about you here, Capricorn. The one that could kind of break down this narrative because it's playing in your head and heart is yourself, okay? And this is why I'm saying it, okay? I'm jumping around a little bit, but it dictates it. So in the 3rd card placement, like what God wants to tell us how to navigate the week. Oh, I got 2 3s. 3 the 3 of Swords. You've probably seen this card in many decks with the heart with the 3 swords pierced through it. We're moving into our own kind of area of domain, right? We're coming into our own self. It has not been an easy journey up to this point because you're trying to finagle or, you know, temperance, like you're trying to make everybody else happy. And it's almost like the reflection of the 8 in how other people view you. You're trying to hold a lot of things different together. And some of those things and people need to go by the wayside because they're no longer benefiting you. And that's the 3 message here. You've come into your own. You're killing off to the ancient tarot, that patriarch feeling of authority, society, community, our typical stereotypical ways that we have to be with family and our friends and so on. That gets broken here. And I think the part of the reflection is the identity of the way that you want to be your own boss, the way that you know things need to be in that practical, pragmatic, and stoic kind of experience that Capricorn really has for itself. And that's reflected in the outcome card here in the Emperor, right? The Emperor in the exalted state is business, legalities, and contracts, which we'll also see in the bonus card in the exalted state of the Justice. So you've got really great favor there. So push yourself in every of those areas. Know it's really good. Oh, I'll also say this caveat is the middle of August is when Mercury retrograde will be ending. So if you do have contracts and so on to sign, if you could wait till after that time, would be better, because I've found that we always have to revisit it, which is not a bad thing, but it's just a pain in the butt. So just keep that in mind. But I also want to say with the Emperor here with that Four of Cups is don't let other people take you down a dirty, shady road. Don't get aggressive. Don't get bullyish. Or if they're being that way to you, keep with the exalted state of the Emperor. Again, if you've got great business and long contracts, that's all favorable for that kind of intelligence and kind of, compromise and working together and showing the pace of the leaders, the pace of the group, being a good egg, walking the talk of being a good person with your ethics, character, and integrity. That was a reflection of the Emperor. And maybe that's why this is all being pushed and pulled. Maybe you just needed that kind of spiritual adjustment to see other people in situations saying, wow, I don't like that. And that's definitely not how I want to be. So these new ventures, these new turns on the wheels, I'm going to approach things differently, right? And I'm going to do it with what I feel is right, including against other people that are aggressive or bully. My advice with that, move away as quickly as possible. Use that smoke screen of the 7, okay? Don't let anyone bum you out. And I'll also say this, some of these people might feel like family or be family, because in the 4th card position is our gut feeling, is the 10 of Pentacles. And it's such a beautiful card because it's a happily ever after in the areas of the family. Well, I'll also say this, 2 things. Don't let anybody else bum out your vision of what family is, or your ability to make happy family and your legacy and where that your wishes and dreams are going, because this would be an indicator that it's happening and you're starting to see a real outlook, a real acknowledgement and material representation of it happening, right? But also too, because it's sitting under the 4 of Cups, maybe there's people that you thought like family, or you treated like family, or you wanted to be, or again, our family. Just don't buy into anyone's negativity right now, Capricorn, because it's not the way, it's not for your benefit, and it's not for your benefit at all. And you're kind of leading the way here, and I need you to trust yourself, because you like to lead the way anyway. So do so. And you're a little firecracker, because coming out of the 5th card placement, what we're leaving right now is the 2 of Wands. That's imagination, inspiration, starting to take off in a new direction, especially with reflection of the world there in that hopes and fears. It's really starting to materialize, which is wonderful for Capricorn, because you could look out on that horizon and see those little dots of like those breadcrumbs where God's trying to lead you, just because you're a good marketer, promoter, advertiser in those areas. And that applies to family, your relationships, your work, your community, the whole kit and caboodle, because that's who Capricorn is. When you're in a great mood and feeling groovy magoovy, magic happens. And I want you to buy into that, okay? Despite anybody else's efforts to undermine you or take away the joy of this opportunity, because I just don't have it, especially because the Hierophant in my deck, in that 5th card placement, again, what's leaving our life, has done his kind of enlightenment work with you, that spiritual and emotional maturity that we gain out of enlightenment, of working hard to understand ourselves in the situations that these kind of cards reflect, that tiredness from taking something to a completion, that having to justify or work against other people and situations. That's the thing about the 4 of Cups. Everyone's got an opinion about how you want to do stuff. And a Capricorn can only take so much of that crap, as far as I'm concerned. I don't mean to call it crap, but if people have something relevant to say and it's good and it resonates with you, great. But if it doesn't, my Cappy friends, move on, because you know best. And that's a reflection of this, because you just got some, not only imagination, inspiration, that creative energy ready to take off kind of on a little platform, like a little diver, ready to go into new waters. The Hierophant has trained you. So he takes the universal message of God and it makes it a material reality. He's the teacher, he's the healer. So use that and apply that to yourself and know that you have that inner confidence that was born out of the relationship with God. So take that faith and hope and move it forward, Cappies, because here it comes. And in the sixth card, like I said, right now is what's happening, that Seven Swords. That's also an indication of you having to move on in new different directions. Like again, that identity is being pushed and pulled, that friction is happening, so you could kind of review everything, saying what stays and what goes. So that's the thing about the seven. If you were really happy where you were, you wouldn't be at the crossroads, right, my friends? All right, and this is so nice. So the first card, we got the general gist of the reading, that Nine of Wands, completion state, but I'm kind of tired. I want to wrap this up. I want to move on in a new direction. I'm ready for it, you know. But and the seventh just validates that. The seventh card placement is how we're feeling about our inner selves as well, okay? So I got the gut feeling of that beautiful family legacy, and now I want to take off new things to build upon that legacy as well. The Knight of Wands wants to take us on in a new direction for the creative. So a lot of this stuff is probably having in the work area, or like just having to, well, I'm not going to say it because I'm feeling it in my brain and I'm not a psychic, but I'm feeling it, so I'll say it. In family stuff too, that dynamic, because again, it's appearing here. And the Knight wants to take us on that creative journey. So it's all, I think it's all tied together for Capricorn here this month. And I really want you to believe in the new creative energy that's stirring within you, because you paid a big price to get here. You did the journey, and now God wants to reward you with the next one, okay? And you know a lot more. So even though you have to go A, B, C, you know how to do that as a better job, a quicker job, and more efficiently as well. So again, that's a reflection of the Emperor. Trust yourself anywhere that applies. And if you need to bring new joy and refresh the family and home and relationship, God, you got the energy here as well. That's the Knight. He can handle it all. It can feel a little rushy sometimes, especially with the 9, like I want that break. It's kind of a pause state, and the Knight is like stirring us up, like let's go, let's go, let's go. Just use the practicality in the pragmatic way and the balanced way, okay, of Capricorn, because part of you is that Ram, that fire energy that wants to take on new adventures, but part of you is the fish, that Pisces, the 12th sign, that knows some things, when to kind of stay the course and stay steady. So harness the energy of the Knight for wherever you need it. It gives you that armor of protection as well. It also could mean other people in your life. That's a fresh energy. So again, grab onto that vibe because it's really beautiful. But people see you as a leader, which I really like in this position, because it could kind of dispel some of the energy that the Four of Cups people feel like they have. And the 8th card position is how other people view us, is the Chariot. You know, I can handle anything. I'm taking on a whole lot of stuff. I'm being, again, pragmatic, stoic, practical in my thinking. It's acknowledgement, it's career endeavors, moving forward in a new direction, but with real success and fortitude of a direction and a practicality of how to make something materialize in the real world. And this is how other people see you. And I'll also say this, because this kind of Four of Cups energy wants to pluck that nerve. I want to stress you out. I want to push your kind of boundaries to see where you react, because that's what I'm about. I want that emotional drama, and you're not giving to it. All right, so I love this as well. Keep that secretive state. Keep your cards close to your chest as you maneuver strategically. Whatever way, you've got the brain set to do this, and you've got the favor of the cards as well. And the Chariot is saying that people look at you as someone that's really powerful, not to be messed with, because you can handle a whole lot of stuff. That's the reflection of the horses. Or in the Sphinxes in the older decks, it's that representation of the Shadowland and the Black Horse, and the white of logic and so on, intuition against practicality and the things that we need, both of those things that we need to make something successful in life, right? Materialize in this material world. In older decks, you won't even see him holding onto the reins, because I've got such mastery of thought, and that's how other people, you look at you, okay, Capricorn? So whatever way that reflects for you, use it to your advantage. That's part of the reason why these 10 card spreads give such a viewpoint, so you could kind of strategically decide how to maneuver next. And maneuvering you will, because it's all about you. In the 9th card, like I said, in our hopes and fears, so no fear here for a new turn on the wheel. It's all exciting. It's all moving in your favor in the divine order, Capricorn. I know you know this. And the world is so beautiful. Like I said, major arcana, so life lesson. and it ends the major arcana. So you've learned all the life lessons. Okay, that's why that Empress appearing next to it, right? That's the reflection of that exalted state of a good leader, a good person, a good community member. That's kind of what the life lessons are all about in the major arcana, is our life lessons that make us good people in society, good people to ourselves, to our heart, to our spirits, to other people. It's a reflection that people could look at us in good favor as an example on how to be, so that's really so all coming together with you. And it's also a reminder to you that you have the intellect of the swords, you have the creative energy of the wands, you have the ability to make the gold coin, and you have that beautiful heart. Okay, so don't shut that down, even though there's a lot of pressure here on kind of like maybe being that like that ram, like just wanting to butt at it, but you're not doing it, and I'm loving it, because that's a reflection of the world. You'll learn those life lessons. Silence is its own power, right? And also too, in this circle, a lot of decks have a representation of a couple, which I do as well. It's a kind of reflection that you respect yourself so much that that's the only thing that you're going to allow in your circle. So that's a reminder to you, because you paid a big price to have that identity of whatever happened here, to push that nerve to you to understand yourself better. It was really maybe hard and hurtful, but it was really necessary. Okay, now we could walk in a new direction, really kind of again with that inner confidence that only could be earned, right? You don't get to it any other way. And this is also reflected in the bonus card of justice. It's another thing of being balanced, being fair, being integrity, taking everything like a little Rubik's Cube and getting to the seed of the essence, not allowing that sword to be, it's a double-edged sword, right? So either I can be cutting or I can be deliver a hard truth in the balance of the soft tongue, right? I can combine intuition and logic in my decision making. These are two paramount cards. And again, also too, say just like the Emperor, it's a great reflection for business law and contracts if you have anything like that to do. And I'll also say in the non-exalted state, we could be cutting with that sword. We could be unbalanced in ourselves, which make us maybe like the non-exalted state of the Emperor, bullying, that sharp tongue with that sharp mind of a Capricorn. Let's not let that out to play at all. It's also, too, another reflection of the black and white, that shadow of working with your intuition, with your logic, the white, okay? That's a, and again, those pillars, again, just like the sphinxes or the horse here, it's the affirmation that you have the rock of justice and truth and honesty at your core, that you're trying to dig deep in those areas. Again, for our own reflection, what were my actions in this kind of scenario? How could I do better next time? Or how could I not let this happen next time? Okay, that would be a reflection of these kinds of cards as well. It sounds like a heavy duty week, Capricorn, but it really isn't. It's all sitting in your mindset, and that it's affecting your actions, your words, and your approach. So kick these kind of negative people in negative situations to the curb. Don't let them play with your heart and your head, because that's what this balance is all about. We all get swords thrown at us at some time or another. And again, it's always for our reflection to look on how we can make ourselves better, and we can move forward in a new direction, because that's literally what this 10 card spread is saying to me. Okay, so go get them, Capricorn. You got it, you've got it, and you've got it. So believe in yourself. That's all you need to do. And you've got everything else. So thank you for visiting the channel. And if you like this content, if you would consider subscribing, it's been so grateful and so thankful to everyone that watches, subscribes, and everything. I just can't say my appreciation enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Capricorns.